Good afternoon. Welcome in, Deep Fried Johnny in the house. How you doing, pal? Welcome in, everybody. I'm just getting my shit together a little bit. Hello there, my dear Syncmaster. Welcome in, welcome in. I don't know if sound alerts are working still. So you guys let me know if that worked or not. Might need to like just refresh a lot of bits and bobs. Alright. I'm alright, mate. Yeah, I'm alright. Doesn't look like sound alerts are working. Okie dokie. I'll see what I can do to fix it. Well, to be fair, I think what I need to do is just completely change my sound alerts because sometimes they're like causing copyright issues on YouTube. So like Baker Street sax sound effects and some of the other sound effects have then like got my video flagged. So I need to be quite careful with that. So I do want to change a few things around. Gus the Hutt was saying about doing the voice modulator, getting that installed. So I've not had a chance to look at it yet. I have downloaded it, so it looks like it's here. So I've got it. Yeah, I've got it open. Plug in your headphone. Open the voice mod. Activation success. Select your microphone. Select your headphones. Done. Create a new virtual microphone. Start using the voice mod. What's this do? Turn clean off. Voice inspector, audio settings. soundboards. I don't know what I need to do really for this, but I can like... Apparently I can get it to work with the stream. I'm guessing that I have to like activate it, but I've got the sound alerts one, and then I've got blurb up. Okay. Probably just need to like maybe remove sound alerts and change it to something else. I won't mess about with that too much today because we've got a lot of painting to do today. So some of you may or may not recognise this Eldar jet bike that I painted a while ago now. I have been given it back with some instructions to amend it, update it, and also to paint a whole bunch of new Eldar models. So today what I wanted to do is try and update this figure, like get this figure in line with what the client wanted, based on the feedback. And then we'll basically, I've got 3 of these Skyrunner blister packs to build, and then I've got some of the new bits and bobs. I've also got a Warlock. I think I've got a Warlock on foot, which is basically ready to go, so I could probably just start painting that, to be fair, if I get bored of painting up this jet bike. But what to do on the jet bike? So what I did last time, I painted this about 2 years ago now. Thereabouts, it was April 2022. So I'd magnetised the weapon arm to be sword or spear. Right? Pretty cool. I then magnetised the base. So apparently they didn't like the magnetised base because it like knocks off too easy. So I just thought, you know, for ease of use for transportation and whatnot. But like you do stuff like that and it falls off. So I understand why he doesn't like the magnetized base there. I mean, the magnet is quite strong, but like I guess like if you're throwing things around, it's going to get a bit wobbly. So let's get into it. I'm going to try a bit of NMM and OSL tonight. Oh my goodness. A couple of Grail monks to paint, mate. Grail monks. What army's that for? Are you doing some Bretonians, my dear boy? I love me some Bretonians. Obviously, it's Whip Wednesday, chat. For those of you who are new to the channel, Whip Wednesday, every Wednesday is Whip Wednesday. You guys show what you've been working on. What's your current project? Have you finished something? Post it into the Discord and we're going to have a little look together and do a little show and tell. If you want feedback on a project, just write it in the notes. If not, I am now offering other services on Patreon, so check those out because I'm really trying my best to get Patreon up to scratch. So I'm now offering a monthly skills class which involves a feedback session and a hangout. I'm offering a monthly miniatures tier, so we're going to vote on the monthly miniature each month, and basically I'm going to paint it. I'm going to turn it into a YouTube video, but the whole live streamed process is going to be available to Patreons only, and is designed to be so that the monthly miniature tier people, I 3D print a model, ship it to you, and then we paint it up together throughout that month. The footage is then up on Patreon for people of lower tiers to watch, but I'm going to then turn that into a full video for my YouTube channel. So I've got double the goal with that. It means I'm going to get a regular painting video up on YouTube. So that plus the skills class, again, the skills class, once that's done, the live stream will be up on Patreon for you guys to watch it in your own time if you missed the class. So yeah, I've got a couple of things. For YouTube members, the skills class is also going to be up onto YouTube for YouTube members as well. So we've got 2 ways that you can do it. They're both the same price, so it's going to be for the mid-tier YouTube and for the lower tier Patreons, they can access all of the uploaded stuff. But if you want to be there for the skills class, ask the questions, get your feedback, then you've got to sign up to that here as well, which I'm doing a 7-day free trial on, for those of you interested. So yeah, enough spiel, let's get into painting. I have to do my spiel. And for those on YouTube, please drop this video a like and a subscribe, and that would be amazing because it helps the live stream and helps the channel grow. Had he not heard of super glue, he could have done it himself. Yeah, he could have just super glued it and sorted it out himself. That's very true. I mean, I think I'm just going to put a blob of super glue. I kind of like being able to take it on and off this peg. You know, like I could, you know, try and it magnetizes sort of to this little bit of pin here. So if I were being very clever, I would have created a pin and maybe stuck this on the end of the pin and stuck it on my other painting handle, which is a lot more easier for me to use, right? Doing the front rank on my peasants will be doing them nicer than the other 24 slap job. Yeah, that's a fucking ace idea, mate. That's an ace idea. Are these the 28mm ones, or are these like these are the full scale Bretonnians, right? The big boy, the proper old world stuff. I was painting up some of my skeletons last night, and I've kind of been doing them in like a block of 5. So I'm trying to not put much time into the skeletons, because they need to just look okay as part of a group, right? But you are correct, like putting a bit more time into the front rank is probably a sensible idea. Because like you got to think these big hefty shields are just going to be like in front of everything. So I'm not really happy with this like collar. I sort of rushed it last night, so I might edit that. But I have added some. Well, I did the gold and did like quick highlights on the gold, because that's the stuff that you're going to see. You're going to see the gold. You're going to see the green poppiness coming out at you. I think I'm going to change this necklace thing to maybe be like the red and teal. But I did want to get some jade in there, but I just don't think it works that well. Yeah, I've got tons and tons and tons and tons of undead skeletons to paint, and I'm kind of like working on them in and around other things. I like the mouse too. I do get that it can be annoying if you knock them off. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of annoying when painting it, because like if you see, like if I donk this, it's moving, right? Like I say, if I was a smart man, I'd get like a brass rod and just like shove it up there, because I think I did that originally. Was I pinned it, so I took that magnet out and I had a pin in there. But I could probably like hold it like this, maybe. I think that reduces the amount of ping. So today, what we're doing is we're going to be tidying this boy up. I want to get him back up to the standard that the client wants. And it's been 2 years since I painted it, and I've learned a tremendous amount. If you can, like, guys, if you look back at yourself 2 years ago and how much your painting has changed, it's the same for me. Like I've been to painting classes, I've been doing display painting, I've been learning non-metallic metal, etc. I know so much more about painting these days, so I'm going to be having a go with that. I started doing a few bits last night. We did a painting hangout in Discord, and this is what I was doing. So with the thorns, the original, so when I originally done it, the guy didn't really like the thorns because he said that they were quite thin and weren't curvy enough. So what I've been doing is thickening out the branches. Everything was, see the one at the front there? Everything was sort of the same thickness as the one on the front there. And the thorns didn't look very spiky. So my plan is now thicken up those lines, add a little bit more curvature to them. So for example, this one here, I'm going to make it go a bit curvier across here, and then I'm going to make the thorns come out further and be a bit spikier. All right, that's going to be the game plan. I'm then going to amend this white. So he wasn't quite happy with the grey white that I went with. And what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do it as a blue, like a blue grey. So it's already been sort of shaded, and it was, I think I glazed this. You know, it's just 2 years back. My man flu prevented me from joining last night. Couldn't look down without a river flowing out my nose. Jesus. No worries, mate. But that's why they invented corks, so you could stick them up your nose, right? What I do when it's like that, I get a big bit of tissue, get one tissue per nose, go boom, boom. So you can't really talk, but at least it doesn't spray everywhere. Me and Gus didn't get off until 11:30 last night, mate. That's awesome to see. I'm glad you all had a nice little natter in the chat. We did have a good little natter. I had to run off because of baby-related shouting that was going on downstairs. So we had to go and sort out that jazz. I've got 2 gems here on the sides that I completely missed. So gem there, gem there. We've got this gem here on the front, and this one on the side. What I'm going to do with those is I'm just going to get them a little bit more up to date. So, I mean, this one doesn't look that bad, but I think we need to do the gems in the other direction. So I need to have a white spot here, and for the lower side to be a bit more brighter. So I kind of need to like swap around where everything is. I think that's kind of the plan that we wanted to go with. But I kind of have like a guide from the chap who wants this done. I might just open that up in another tab so I can see what I'm dealing with. He sent me a load of like reference images to how he wants the stuff to be done. So let me just bear with me 2 minutes while I just sort that out. Grab that. Okay. Yeah, he sent me like a very, very detailed breakdown of everything. And like, so originally he got the Eldar painted by Siege Studios quite some time ago. Probably about 6 or 7 years ago. So probably when Siege was quite young. And yeah, looking at the gems, all of the gems have the colour at the bottom. So I'm probably going to have to like either start from scratch on these gems. And then work. So what I mean, chat, is see how the orange is here at the top? I'm going to have to just put the orange here at the bottom instead. So just swap round how it looks. So not too complicated, but faff, you know? I'm not going to redo the vines on this model now because that's a lot, right? Instead, I'm just going to try and make things a little bit more curly, use up more of the space, and sort of thicken out the vines somewhat, okay? So that's going to be the game plan. We'll get to it. Where do we start? I think I want to start with the white. Got a little bit of something on that. Right. And what I need for that, I'm going to get some... I think I need the Coelia green... No. What's the Citadel blue ink called? Citadel blue ink. Drakenhof Nightshade. I think I want Drakenhof Nightshade. See if I got it behind me. I did have it. Oh, yes. If not, I'll have to make a blue shade. What's that? Intense blue. No. I've got a lot of basing ones. It must be on the desk somewhere. I hope it's not one of the paints that I tidied away, like, because my desk is like full of paints. Drakenhof Nightshade is the one, yeah. Let's have a little nosy. I got these like contrast, like Talisar blue. I don't even know what I'm going to do with that. Talisar blue. It is like a super bright blue contrast paint. Pterodon turquoise is nice. I've always kind of like wanted to use that with something. I could make a... I've got this colour Periscopes. I love this colour. I want to use this colour more with stuff. I could actually probably make a wash with that. That'd be quite cool. Or I could try and make a wash with the dark jade. That would also be quite interesting. But I want something that I'm going to be able to easily repeat over the entire army. So that's why I kind of need to find this Drakenhof Nightshade that should be here somewhere. If not, we'll have to probably skip that and come back to it later. Sorry, chat, just bear with me 2 minutes while I try and locate this paint. Are you feeling a bit better today, Deep Fried Johnny? Is the lurgy still kicking your ass? I just found some Seraphim, a full pot of Seraphim sepia, so that's a win. I wonder if the box that Syncmaster sent me might have Drakenhof Nightshade in it. Because that'd be super duper handy. I'll see if I can find it though. How is the music volume and stuff? I've put like a free music playlist on, hopefully. Yeah, I think I might have to make a wash here. So I think I took out all of the paints that Syncmaster sent me. Never mind. Could be behind the screen. Let's have a look. Okay. A bit more alive today. Good to hear. You think you kept shades? Okay, right. There's no point looking for that then. I do have one somewhere. It is somewhere around my desk. I swear it. I just feel like maybe I've knocked it off somewhere or something. Standard Tom manoeuvres. I am a clumsy bugger. Essentially, we just need to have like a dark blue turquoise. So I think either Periscopes or jade, the dark jade tone that we have will work nicely anyway. Or a thin down Pterodon turquoise. And then if I do locate it, grand. Oh shit. Must have moved it somewhere. God damn. Yeah. I mean, my desk is always a mess, mate. Always. Although I sort of tidied up this room the other day. We just came in with a bin bag and just like chucked away a load of fucking bits and bobs that was everywhere. Tyran blue with null mix. Okay. I'm going to try and make it from Panzer Ace's Periscopes blue and Protocol's dark. I think Panzer Ace's Periscopes might do the trick. And then with a little bit of... Oh, I'll just put that directly in water. And then, yeah, like maybe mix in a little bit of null oil or a black ink. It's going to be roughly the same thing, isn't it? Also, you know, I could maybe put a drop of purple tone in it. I've got some purple ink here as well. Oh, purple ink is literally on my desk. I usually have like all of my inks in one place. Anyway, how are you doing anyway, post-work guy? How's tricks? Red tone, soft tone. Goodness, I can't find anything today. Normally I can just like go, boom, there it is, found it, like straight away. Oh well. We'll just make work. I had my carriage on Overlord frigate fall off my desk last night while getting up to help Little Bear. Oh no, super glue central. So did it shatter and go everywhere? That's a disaster, mate. Disaster. Yeah, I think I've basically made the same colour with just mixing this Periscope's colour with a spot of black in it. Up Periscope. Shit. I mean, at least it's a glaze. We'll make it a thinner glaze, I think that's what we'll do. Let's do a little test. We're doing a test. So, for example, on this bit at the back here, what we'll do is go this way. Creepy music on at a minute. Hello, Biel'Tan jobs are classy. Good choice. Thank you, brother. Welcome in, welcome in. Biel'Tan is classy, you are right. Although I do like red, but I think the thorns just add a nice element to it. Skip this track. What is going on? Or is it getting going a bit now? I mean, I'm on the royalty-free music at the minute because I'm trying to not get any issues on YouTube. We are currently live on YouTube as well, so welcome in those guys. Chub up them thorns, lad. Chubby thorns. Yeah, I've started chubbing my thorns up. Started the process, and now I'm having a little go at making a Drakenhof Nightshade equivalent. Because the guy wants the whites to be a bit more bluey in their tones. So that's what I'm doing right now. Although I'm not having a lot of luck. If we are doing Whip Wednesday, I'll toss a pick up pre-made in flight. Yeah, we're doing Whip Wednesday as always. I'll do it. I tend to do it around about between 1 and 2. Wait. Esmeralda in the house. In the house. How you doing, champ? I feel like it's been ages since I've spoken to you. I hope you're doing good. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid, mate. I've not even been able to stream for like 3 weeks. So what an absolute gem of a human being you are. Crafty Dog, how are you? You guys are all busy at the UK's Games Expo. Like, oh, how was the UK Games Expo? I've not been to that in years. I mean, the last time I went to the UK Games Expo, I went and played in a Netrunner tournament. Oh my god, that takes me back. Like, Netrunner's no longer a thing now, I don't think. It does feel long indeed. Tenacious Katie. Nice Pride Month slip there, yeah. It's the UK Gays Expo. Like, is that a thing? I don't know. I'm doing good. Yeah, Expo was amazing, but now I'm poor. Mate, I watched your video of all of the stuff that you bought, and I was like, how much is this? How much did you spend? You must have spent a good bloody 200-300 quid there, mate. But as they say, when in Rome. That's at the end of the month. Okay, I'm a bit early on that one. Let's give Esme a shout out. Can I do that from this area without doing the mod viewer? There we go. Yeah, shout out. I haven't got the mod viewer open. Shout out Esmeralda. Right, there's a couple of people in this chat that I need to shout out. So let's first do Esme. Can I spell? It feels like my brain isn't working this morning, even though the wife took the baby down last night after I fell asleep. So she slept downstairs and let me sleep upstairs. Excuse me. So I didn't get interrupted. But today, even though I've had more sleep than I've had in weeks, I still feel like a zombie. I don't know what's going on with me. But yeah, big shout out to Esmeralda. Once again, if you're not already following her, I don't know what you're doing. Like, click on that link, drop that lovely lady a follow. Absolute legend. And then we'll do one for crafting. We'll do one for Tenacious Katie as well, who've graced me with their presence. Both of them are streamers, all wonderful streamers. My mum asked me how much I spent. I just replied yes. There you go. By playing a tournament all day, I spent nothing. 10 out of 10 would recommend. That's it. Like, when I did play the tournament, I didn't get anything done. Like, my wife at the time, we were like just sort of dating, and she came along with me for the day, and she kind of went around the expo on her own because I was in this tournament and like helped me get food and stuff, and she enjoyed herself that she got to explore, but I felt bad for her. So there was a bit of like a James Bond moment, you know, when I'm like intensely playing cards because it's Netrunner, right? It's an intense game, and then she'd come over to the table and like hand me a drink or whatever, like distracting the opponents. I'm not going on holiday this year, so just thought you put your money into that. That's a good shout. I mean, yeah, like if you're going to enjoy it and you're going to get a lot of time out of it, Crafty, like I don't blame you. Like, you're going to get a lot of hours out of what you bought. No need to shout out the original Scatman. You're not even a Twitch streamer, mate. Can't do it. That's not Esme, that's a pod person. That's a replicant. Shout out. Let's do Crafty next. I think there's a timer on how many shout outs we can do in a minis. There we go. Next shout out for Crafty Dog Minis. Please drop her a follow. Absolutely lovely lady. Wonderful painter. And also streams on Twitch. Streams here on Twitch. So get yourself onto her channel, drop her a follow. That would be lovely jubbly. Yeah, basically today, guys, I'm trying to paint. So I'm painting a massive Biel'Tan Commission, and I had a little bit of a wobble with this commission. I'll tell you the story So I got commissioned to do this 2 and a bit years ago. This was the test piece. So I painted this model as the test piece, and the client wasn't happy. He then moved to Brazil, got divorced, remarried, had a child, came back to the UK, and in a nutshell, basically just had a crazy busy life, like working abroad, all this stuff. Came back, got in touch. I was like, mate, you need to come and pick up your kit, because I was just holding on to his kit. And he came over, and he actually said, I actually really like it. Now I've seen it in person. He liked it, but he just wants to tweak a few things. So, you know, he really loves the purple. He loved the greens. What he wanted changing is the thorns. So I've got like a bit of an amendment to do on the thorns, and I don't want to repaint this model because obviously I already sank a load of time into it. So I'm going to try and fix the thorns without having to do a whole repaint. I mean, I'd probably just mask the front of the bike off and then like respray it, redo it. But the gold, I don't want to redo the gold. The other thing that needs redoing is the gems. So what he wanted for the gems was to move the shine point from the top to the bottom, right? So have the orange bit here at the bottom. So I'm going to have to redo the gems basically. It's a little bit of faff, but it's not too bad. Just for being an all-round legend. Yeah, big shout out for Scatman for being an all-round legend. Big love to Scatman. Scatman is my cousin, by the way, so appreciate you being here, Scat. Let's do another. Oh my god, Merlin's just arrived as well. How you doing, Merlin? Welcome in. Just doing some shout outs. I'll give you one as well in a minute. Next shout outs for Tenacious Katie. Wherever she's gone. There she is. Making sure I'm spelling these right. There you go. If you're not already following Tenacious Katie again, please go into give her some love, please. Give her some love. Another lovely streamer here on Twitch. I know she often lurks, our Tenacious Katie. She's often chilling in the background, getting up to no good. Another wonderful painter here on Twitch. And then next we'll do Merlin after that as well. Merlin has just got back into streaming, so we want to show Merlin some love as well, guys. Oi, afternoon, long time no see. Good to see, but thank you very much. I'm doing good, yeah. I've had a baby. Well, the wife did all the work, but I've been doing my best to support and all of that jazz. And I was just saying this before, even though I'm not working like a full-time job, running my business, at least I'm there. I'm like there for her flexibly. So whenever she's needed me to take over with anything, I've been able to jump in and help. Things like that, basically. I'm a lot more hands-on. So, and that's what I want. I want to be a hands-on dad. I want to be there for my daughter whenever she needs me. So yeah, I think it comes. It's a mixed thing. Yeah, I'm not getting as much money in to help out while my wife's on maternity leave. Like, she'd quite like to be able to do the full year. But as it stands, she's probably not going to be able to do that. But I work from home. I can work flexibly. I can do my work in the evenings. I can be flexible like that and not get locked into the 9 to 5, and I'm not there for anybody to help out with. So that's where I'm at anyway, chat. But yeah, I'm good. I'm loving it. I'm loving life. I'm loving being a dad. And my baby girl is just an absolute joy. She's amazing. There you go. Big shout out to Merlin Models there. Click on that and give that boy a follow. I'm a creep. You should probably stream soon as well. Yeah. Stop procrastinating. Press play. Yeah. Oh, mate. Dadhood journey. Yeah, it's good. I'm looking forward to playing more Dark Tide. It's massively improved since we last played it. Oh, mate, we'll have to get another session in soon. I haven't even got it installed, I'll be honest, mate. Thanks for a full year as nanas. We get the option of unpaid 6 weeks or unpaid 9 weeks, yeah. I mean, luckily my wife works for a bank, so she's been able to get a huge amount of paid leave, right? She's been able to get paid leave. So she's had 6 months paid leave, and then after that it's on stat maternity, which means statutory maternity leave, which is like government paid maternity leave. And I think that is literally like £100 a week or something. It's not a lot, so it's not really worth. So I think she'll have to go back to work at that point. So it is what it is. Deep Fried Johnny coming in with a resub. 22 months, baby. Thank you so much, brother. All of my alerts have disappeared. So I don't know why that's the normal one. Hang on. What happened? I really need to like update all my Streamlabs stuff, so apologies. The sound alerts aren't working. I need to update all of my alert box stuff by the looks of it. Goodness me. Subs. So that was a sub. Nothing's changed, I don't understand. It should have done the release the Kraken thing, but it didn't. How odd. No entiendo. I don't know why that did that. Okay, well, at least it sort of works. I appreciate the sub, mate. Really, really do. Thank you so much. I'm also live on YouTube, guys. If you want to subscribe to me on YouTube, that would be amazing. I'm trying my best to create some content for YouTube. I've been doing battle reports of my games. I've been doing like painting videos, all of the jazz. I'm not doing like YouTube shorts and all that sort of stuff. I just haven't got the energy to do that. Like, it's already a lot of effort to try and edit videos as it is. So there's fat chance I'll be doing like shorts as well. But one of my mates said that there was a way of like taking a video, running it through this AI algorithm, and then it spits out a load of shorts. But I think you have to pay for that. So I'm not that keen on it, to be honest. But it's still a pretty cool idea that it can like sort of turn a video into lots of different shorts for you. It's pretty sweet. Tenacious's been off stream because she is improving her nimmer. When she streams again, we are all going to be gobsmacked, and then she will win Golden Demon, and we will be humbled. Yes. I bet. I'm trying to do the YouTube thing too. It is difficult. Like, trying to find the time in the day to do it all is hard, mate. It is hard. You know, I was thinking like whether it's worth just doubling down on one thing. You know, like doubling down on YouTube. Because let's face it, I'm only able to do one stream a week on Twitch. Like, one live stream is really all I can do at the minute. So is it worth me just doubling down on YouTube instead? I've been asking that question. I don't know what the answer is. It's a toughie, chat. It's a toughie. I suppose it's got to be what works for you, isn't it? At the end of the day, what works for you. So, like, Crafty, if you've got the time to do both, mate, because you're going to get massive growth if you do both. If you can only manage one or the other, do the one that you enjoy the most. Right, so we're just coming in with all these glazes now. I'm just going to push in. It turns out it isn't really a wash. It's going to be a glaze, and then I'm going to glaze the white back in over the top. I just want to get a little bit of a glaze round. I couldn't find Drakenhof Nightshade. That was kind of what I needed, was Drakenhof Nightshade. So I've kind of made my own with Vallejo's periscopes and water and adding a little bit of black into it, but it's not quite working out how I wanted it to, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of correction work, but that's fine. We're used to that. Like, I first painted this 2 and a bit years ago, and like everybody in chat, you know, I said this already, but look at your painting from 2 years ago and see how much you've changed to now, and I bet it's very impressive. You know, like, you'll have seen like a dramatic change in how you paint things. You know, you'll have learnt some new techniques. I have noticed that my hand has got a little bit shakier as I've got older, which is kind of annoying. I hope that that doesn't continue, because that's going to make painting more difficult in later life. It's either that or I'll have to adopt some other techniques to try and keep me from shaking around too much. Ew, videos. Catch up with chat. Is there another TK? I mean, apparently there's some replicants in the chat, so there could be 2 of you. I think Twitch is better for the streaming primarily because of the community. That's it. YouTube's obviously better for VODs. Yeah. That's kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing, where I'm putting both out, because I paid for the Streamlabs upgrade thing so I can do both. And my computer's just about able to handle it at the minute. So if you're on YouTube, hello, howdy how. But the VOD is there forever up on YouTube. It doesn't, like, it Twitch, as an affiliate, your VOD stays for, I think, 2 weeks, and then after 2 weeks it disappears into the aether of Amazon Prime's database. But on YouTube it is forever there, so you can watch streams back from 8 months ago or whatever. What's my YouTube's? It's Squidzilla Painting. Squidzilla Painting. Let me see if the commands work. Nope. Nothing works. I've not streamed for 3 weeks and now nothing works. God damn it. Cloudbot. Why the hell does Cloudbot always turn off? I really don't understand. Try again. I swear they turn it off, like it's set to turn off. There's a little button on Streamlabs when you go on the online thing, right? You've got to click the button every few weeks, otherwise it just doesn't work. Lol, still not working. Okay. Fuck my life. It's Professional Streamers Unite. Hooray! My chat working, I've sent messages and nobody did it. I mean, I can see that message. I can see that message, Johnny. I can't see any others, brother. Oh, thank you so much, Merlin, for sharing that link. There is actually a video, if you want to watch me, Gus, Merlin and Bran farting around on Darktide, there is a video that's up on YouTube of us all dicking about on Darktide. So it started off with Bran not being able to join us for fucking ages, just because I think his internet or something was going down, like downloading the game. But it was a laugh. We had a good bit of banter. We also love a bit of Vermintide as well. I haven't played Vermintide in a while now. Out of the two, I actually really prefer Vermintide. I think that's probably my favourite like Games Workshop computer game, because like I'm a big fantasy fan over over sci-fi. What about you guys? some peeps are more sci-fi than they are fantasy. I'm definitely more fantasy. I grew up on fantasy, mate. I'm all about the fantasy. Here's my Tomb King chariot that I painted up for myself. This is for my personal Tomb King's army. And he's my pride and joy right now. Like, I've not gone completely bananas on him. Like, I've not put 30 hours into a model. I've tried to speed things up as best I could, but I have still sank a good chunk of time into him because he's quite a fiddly boy. He's got a lot of fiddly bits on him, you know. Like, just look at the front of that bloody chariot. It took me ages, that. So, well happy with how he's turned out anyway. I have got, like, there's meant to be a banner that goes into the back of it, and I just printed a banner to stick in the back of that, right? So what I'm going to do is magnetize it. I'm going to get real fancy, and I'm going to drill a little hole there. I know it's a triangle, just to be awkward, but I'm going to round that hole out and stick a magnet in it, and then we're going to put the banner on the back. Reasoning is, I can run this guy as a battle standard bearer. I can have a chariot with a battle standard bearer, so I can stick the banner on the back, or I'll just keep it on for cools, you know, because it just look cool. I feel like he's missing something, you know, with a big banner on the back. That's going to do it. That's going to do it. You subbed on YouTube. Thank you very much, Tenacious Katie. I much appreciated, my love. Mailing's messaging in YouTube chatters. Appreciate it, brother. That was hilarious. The stream response was, what, 40 minutes slower than the game? Yeah. We had so many technical issues as well with that. It's like, I'm definitely more sci-fi, but it's a preference than a dividing line. I like them both. That's it. I do like them both, mate. But fantasy has always been in my heart as my main and true love. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. I just finished this as well, chat. I've not sent it off yet. This was a Karlach commission. I finished it. Literally did the final bits yesterday morning, as I wasn't quite happy with the hair. So what I've done is I've added some like fluorescent paint. I use my brush to make sure I point at stuff. So I used a little bit of orange fluorescent paint over a white to sort of like brighten things up. But the hair looked too orange, and I looked at it in the morning. I was like, it doesn't look red to me. And I wanted it to read as red, but have like flamey, orangey shit going on in her hair. Because if you look at the game and in the screenshots, she kind of has like a little bit of a glow effect to the hair. So that's kind of what I was going for there. But I'm really happy with how she's come out. This is the second time I've painted Karlach. And I've done non-metallic metal. I've tried my hand at some non-metallic metal. I did NMM gold on here, but I went for like more of an old gold. Just kind of like going off screenshots of the game. I don't think she had like super bright, shiny gold stuff. So I think I used Japanese uniform, the colour Japanese uniform, Rhinoxide, and sort of mixed things in from there, mixing in a bit more pale sands in towards the highlights on that one. But I'm dead happy with the axe because I've tried to do like directional lighting. Like, this is something I'm trying to practice, so that like I'm pretending the lighting is like coming from like above her head, like here. So then the axe is going to be darker here, and then this bit will be brighter, you know. And on the other side of the axe is brighter because it's facing the sky. And then I added a little bit of blue onto the axe blade on this side. Yeah, so there's a couple of bits. I feel I'm quite happy with how it's come out. I think she looks good. I don't think I took any good photos. I really thought I did a shit job on the photography. There's a close-up of the face. again, I spent forever on the eyes, and then realised that I sort of probably should have changed that a bit. I wanted to add like a couple of scars. So she's got a bit of scarring at the top here, a bit of scarring here. But I was practicing a lot of like skin techniques on this. I'm basically just mixing in more and more Kislev flesh and basic flesh tone into that bit there. So I'm quite happy with how it's come out. I haven't heard back from the client yet, so fingers crossed that they like it. And then I'll get this sent off. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing for like the last 2 weeks. In and around cleaning up baby poo. So, back onto this bad boy. I might have a quick sip of a drink. Right, what's everybody been working on anyway? It's Whip Wednesday, so what we do every Wednesday is people put their whips up into Discord. If it's a finished project or if it's something that you've been working on recently, put your whip up into the Discord and we're going to have a little look together. So let's see if I can get the Discord link to work. No, the bot still is having a mare. Activate cloud bot. I swear I clicked activate on that a second ago. Okay, let's try again. Let's try again. Hooray! Okay, links are working. The bot's working again. Right, click that link. Come and join the Discord if you're not already a member. And let's have a little look at what you've been working on together. Esme, if you're still in chat, mate. She's Katie. Everybody who wants to showcase what they've been working on, please do so. We'd love to see it. I've been mucking around with zenithal lighting, but I'm kind of on the fence. I watch Zumitko paint, and he gives it a nod, but keeps his figures bright. I think they look better. Yeah, zenithal works for some people. You know, I think it depends on your sort of paint preferences, your painting style preferences. You can go a lot of different ways with it. I mean, I know that's me being quite political in what I'm saying there, but zenithal looks really good. I use zenithal primarily as sort of a guide to help with lighting, just because I'm trying to get better at doing lighting effects. So you've got to sort of play around with it. So like with the zenithal, if I pick an angle, I'm going to try and stick to that angle and work my way up. I'm just trying to mix in some of that wash with a white to get us a nice little blue-grey on my wet palette. And then I'm going to try and water that down. And then we're going to try and glaze that up onto the white here. So try and do some corrections. Like any tide lines or anything that shouldn't be there. And try and fit. Hey, you bugger. This is magnetized, by the way. Yeah, I'll give it a minute for you guys to put up your whips up into Discord. Got a couple of people posted theirs in. Tenacious Katie's just put hers in. Merlin's just put theirs in. Papa Bear's put theirs in. Katie, get yours in, my love. Got Katie, Esme, because Katie's already got hers in. Crafty, if you want to put yours in. Love to see it. So you follow Zumiko Paints. I actually haven't really watched any of his stuff. My favourite people to watch are AC, Phoenix Miniatures. I tend to watch all of their... Well, I watch all of Phoenix's videos. I try to watch AC's streams when I can. Like, I can't always do it. I think there's one on tonight. So I'm probably going to be painting till quite late tonight. So I'll probably try and be in his stream later. For YouTubers, I do quite like El Ministura, Sergio Calvo. I do actually really like Sergio Calvo. Like, I feel like I learn a lot from him on like glazing. Like, I picked up quite a few good tips and tricks off him on glazing, which I like. I'm going to try and teach others how to do so in my skill classes. So if you're going to join in on the skill classes, check out my Patreon. We're going to be going live with skill classes every month. And this week's, we're going to be doing brush control, brush care, and how to make a glaze. So we're going to go over a couple of bits and bobs. Quite excited, to be honest. You've seen Zumiko. What's your rating on the Zumiko stuff? I think I've seen like one or two of his videos. Don't know too much about the guy. Like, nothing's springing to, like, a model isn't springing to mind that he did. What I'm doing here is I'm taking the off-white mixed in with that periscopes mix and just sort of creating a little bit more shadow by gently glazing that over the surface of this white, and that's just going to create a little bit of a shadow without going too large. This is my attempt at tidying up this, because I wanted to just improve the whites somewhat. Right, okay, well, what we'll do is we'll jump into the Discord chat. Let's have a little look at what everybody's been up to. So, if you do want to pop something in, by all means. Splintered Brush Studios, welcome in. Thank you very much for the follow, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Bum, 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 bum. I think what I usually do is I put it up onto the browser so we can have a good look at the stuff. Not to give it the zoom of doom, but like Discord doesn't quite do an image justice, I don't think. I'm really well, mate. Back into streaming. First time back after about 3 weeks. I've got some finished projects in there as well. mainly Munchie that's been cracking on. Seafalls Gaming has been doing some bits as well. Pull some pictures up as that as well, because that's a really cool custom Splinter Brush. If you want to join in on the Discord, we're about to showcase what people have been working on. Sorry, I'm clicking away in the background there. Alright, here we go. So, this is Merlin's Bretonian. Haven't finished anything since March. Well, it is Wednesday, work in progress Wednesday, my friend. So, if you have a work in progress piece, the point is to encourage you all to get cracking. Get going with your painting. Merlin's doing a full non-metallic metal Bretonian army. He is an absolute mad lad, and I love him for it. So, mate, are you going to do non-met on every single one of these? Because that's going to take forever. But it looks great. It looks great. I love it. I really do. I love the yellow. I love the yellow and black. It is a handsome little chappy. Look at him. Love it to bits, mate. Love it to bits. So, I guess it's one of those ones where you could go... You could spend forever on a non-met. You could spend forever, like, getting the perfect, most handsome-looking non-met going. But you don't need to, because this is going to be a unit of 9 knights, let's say 6 to 9 knights, you know. So there's not a huge need to like really have the most refined non-met going, because as a unit it's going to look great, particularly with any freehand that you're going to do to it. So looking at that, you know, he's got getting the freehand rocking. He's freehanded a fleur-de-lis onto the shield, and I don't know. I think that one here on the arm, I think that one might very well be sculpted in. But if he's going to have to freehand fleur-de-lis on each of these little sigils, it's going to take him some time, but it's going to look absolutely amazing. My favourite bit of this is actually the black cloth, Merlin. I actually really like what you've done here by adding a hint of like a light brown into the highlight. I think it kind of complements the yellow. I don't know what it is, but I just really like how that reads, especially here. When you look at this bit here, I like this a lot. What about you, chat? I really, really like that bit. Well done, mate. Well done. You've only got like 20 more of them to do. Tenacious Katie, wow. Yeah, Shamish. Look at that. That is a skink. That's a handsome skink there. That is a handsome looking chameleon skink. He's fantastic. I love that deep blue into that yellowy green. That is magical. That's a colour combination right there. Did you get yourself that like swatch pack where it's got like all these different colour combos on it? I think it was a Ninjon video on YouTube. If anybody's familiar with Ninjon, I think he did a video on it. It's like a little pack you can get, and it's got like colour combinations, 150 colour combinations, and then like they make him randomly pull out a colour combination, and he'll paint a miniature in that. This looks like you've gone and got one of those complementary colour things because it looks fabulous. I've got a problem. I did this one and all my other ones look boring. Oh, yeah. Postwork guy, we've not got to your airship yet, mate. Don't you worry your little bottom. We're just currently going through. Great work on the non-met as well on here, mate. Love it, love it, love it. But my eyes are immediately brought over here, and you're going to have to repaint all of your other chameleon skinks to be as good as this, mate. That's going to have to be done. Oh, we've got a pterodactyl. I don't know, is this the Games Workshop one? I don't know if these are either of these are Games Workshop minis. I am completely out of whack with anything GW. A bit of a rubbish picture. It's Warcry. Ah, right, okay, so that's Warcry. He's going. I mean, he probably doesn't sound like it. He's probably like. out of a chameleon skink's horn. I don't know. We're making it up as we go along. It's Esme's fault. What did you do? What did you do? Oh, bless. This is great. I love it. I love the dynamism of these poses as well. It's fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. More war cry for the win. Such good shit. Bushido is the way, mate. Oh, I'm all about the old world at the minute. I'm all about the old world. I'm balls deep in old world at the minute. You guys didn't see some of my other stuff. I'll bring, if you're still here after this, I'll show you my Tomb King. I love my Tomb King. Postwit guy, right? Postwit guy. We're going to zoom in on your Caradron Overlord. So this poor thing got thrown on the floor a minute ago. Old World is fine because I don't have to buy anything for it. Yeah, you've got a Wood Elf army, haven't you? So you're all sorted. The only thing I would say is you need to get some of those cool Hawk Riders. I've been seeing loads of people with these cool looking like eagles with a Wood Elf on the back of the boat. And if I was to collect a Wood Elf army, I'd have as many of them as possible because they are cool as fuck. I really like them. I really like Deepwood Scouts as well. So I don't know if there's like an equivalent new model for that because they are cool. This Postwit guy, do you have a picture of what happened to this poor devil that got thrown on the floor? No, great work, mate. I'm loving the colour combination that you've gone for here with that burgundy matching with this sort of grey steel, and you've gone for some free-handed dwarf runes. If you will, could you tell us what this reads as? Because I don't read dwarf. I can't read dwarf, unfortunately. I'd like to know what it means. But great stuff, my dude. Keep up the good work. To me, like I don't know if I would enjoy painting this model because there's a lot of edge highlighting. Like, there's a lot of metallic edge highlighting to do. Imagine painting this non-metallic metal. I would throw up. My God, it's a mess right now. I'm holding the parts together for the L. But like, this guy is so cool. Like, I would have loved to see a Caradron Overlord's converted old world army. Now that's a mouthful, but how cool would this be? Because you could have all these like big cool airships as like your gyro bombers, your your gyrocopters, like the smaller size of this, maybe, I don't know. Or you could just be like, here's my gyrocopter, but it's way high up in the sky on like a giant peg or something. I don't know. I love them. I think they're cool. They're such a mechanically unique army as well. But your paint scheme's lovely. I love like the blue that you've done as a little splash of colour in there as well on the windows. Love it, love it, love it. You know what I would love to see, mate, is like a really glowy sort of aether wind, you know, because they're using like an aether wind technology. It'd be cool if you did like out of the vents here, or like around this cog, or like in these vent areas, like a little bit of like a bluey turquoise just sort of like popping out a little bit, you know, out of some of these vents here, just to make it look like they're using a bit of magical wind. That'd be cool. You don't have to, but I would do it just to add a little flash of colour. Just chuck a little bit of butter in the frying pan, you know what I mean? CG Wargaming has been painting up some Tomb Boys. You see if you can mock up a smoke screen. Mate, this is the one-page rules mummified undead that I think you're playing these as AOS. So it's going to be AOS skeletons, I think. But the great poses. I absolutely love the poses. I didn't print any of these for my Tomb King army because I've gone for more like the traditional sort of spear and shield kind of thing to like stack them up as a unit. But now that they've had like a larger base size, you could probably get away with using these with their big wide stance. But these skeletons got some really good impact poses. Obviously, I'm a big fan of purple. I love purple, and I think it works well with Tomb Kings because it's like, if I didn't do the colour scheme that I've gone with, I would have done something with purple. But Either way, I love these, mate. Well done. Deep Fried Johnny coming in here with a lovely, lovely painted vampire. Mate, this is looking fabulous. I don't know. I think we've just got the one picture. Double checking. I think you just give us the one picture there, mate. But loving that, loving that. I think you've done a true metallic metal. I can see some like metallic, like glittery sheen. But the skin tone, mate, the skin tone is fantastic. Like, if you were to just take the face, I'm just going to do the Zoom of Doom, and it stands up really well on a Zoom of Doom. That looks fantastic, dude. You know, if you want to just finish it up, just add in a couple of sharp highlights would be really tasty. So, you know, just add in a little bit of pale sands into your bone colour to try and draw like a sharp line down the tooth. You know, adding in that maybe a little bit of a bright bone or an off-white into your skin tone, just really trying to crisp up some of the topmost bits. That would really sell it to me. Not too much, you've got to be careful with that because it's a nice smooth skin effect that you've gone for here. And then lastly, I'd like to see some glowy eyes. You know, I'm a big fan of like fluorescent glowy eyes, mate. So you got a yellow in there at the minute. If you're going to go for like a fiery yellow eye glow, you know, you could maybe get a bit of an orange wash or something in there just to sort of add a shade, and then dot some white back in once everything's dried, dot the white in, and then put a yellow glaze over the top. That, to me, that would like be a bit more poppy. You could then potentially water down that orange and make like a really thin glaze and just sort of like add that around the eyes a little bit and create a little lower cell effect. Up to you. Completely up to you. Just a suggestion. Munchie. Munchie has been painting up his, I think these are Horus Heresy 30k Dark Angels, and the models are just absolutely fantastic. Great work on the grey. It is hard to do. It is hard to do a grey. Like, to make it read as black. You know, a lot of people struggle with it. Skin was new for me. I mixed green and purple to get the skin tone. Not done it. Mate, it looks fantastic. You should keep that recipe in your little recipe book, mate, because that looks great. I'd love to see a full. Well, I want to see more. You know, is that just a one-off that you've done, or is that for your vampire counts, budding vampire counts army? What can I say about this? You know, great work, Munchie. You know, you're pushing your painting every time I see any of your kit. Always looking good. He's gone for a nice, simple sort of base wash, dry brush sort of approach, because he's got to bash out a whole army of these. You know, once they're all done and you can come back to the army, if I were to give you some suggestions, it would only be to potentially darken off the armor a little bit further by adding like a darker black glaze to some of the lower areas, and that would shift it from sort of that mid-tone grey back down a little bit and then give you a bit more of a contrast. You could do that. You could then maybe sharpen up some of the edges a little bit more by mixing in a bit of white with that grey. But other than that, you know, it's looking pretty tasty. So we've got another one here. Same deal, mate. Same deal. Looking fantastic. You know, maybe get some like a bright steel and then do some like lines. Maybe add like a little bit of a power effect to your weapon. Just suggesting. Whatever your power glow colour is. For example, if you've got like your plasma guns and you're going for like a bright orange plasma gun, use that for your power weapons, because then you've got a nice, when you look at the army as a whole, the power weapons marry up with the plasma and it just adds little nods of colour in the army. It's nice to look at. Which one was this one? Seafalls Gaming. Seafalls Gaming. This is a unique Necron, chat. You'll never seen this Necron before. It was a 3D custom print that somebody had designed and then printed off. Seafalls Gaming's painted it up for them. And it looks fantastic, dude. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think you've used the color shift paints, which are really cool. Like, they just work straight up out the barrel. You've done a couple of little edge highlights to make things stand out a little bit, especially on like the axe. I would have loved to have seen, I don't know if there's a picture of the axe as a whole. Here we go, yeah. So here's the axe. Great work, mate. Great work. Got like a magma sort of effect going on. Love it, love it, love it. You know, might have been cool to see some of the glow effect in these runes. Well, that's my preference, you know. I think it looks good as it is. Great work, dude. Very unique sculpt. I think going back a little bit, because we haven't showcased this off at all, but Esme's made Syncmaster get the Middle Earth bug. So Syncmaster's been busy painting up some of his Mordor orcs. And just enjoying it. I think everybody in the hobby owns some Lord of the Rings, right? Everybody owns some Lord of the Rings. And like, I've got a box of Easterlings up there. I gave away a load of Rohan to a friend, which I kind of wish I kept now, but is what it is. This is cool though, dude. Really like it. Everybody's guilty of having some Lord of the Rings. Because, like, we all grew up on it, right? And I'm sure you've picked them up as you go. Syncmaster, if I were to give you a suggestion, the only thing I would suggest here would be getting one of Duncan Rhodes' very bright silvers, mixing in maybe a splotch of white into it, just a little bit, and then just giving me a couple of little scratchy highlights. I'd like to see that. Don't just do the whole thing as one solid edge highlight. Like, sort of scratch it in by like tapping the edge highlight across that edge, and you'll get a nice looking sort of worn effect rather than like a solid line. I would prefer to see that personally, but I quite like that. I've been learning texturing myself. You know, maybe adding a couple of little scratches in here and there. But yeah, great work, dude. I hope you enjoyed yourself painting that. Okay, have we got some new ones in work in progress? We do indeed. Okay. Splintered Brush Studios. Let's have a little look. He's linked me his his Instagram. Sent you a follow there, bruv. What have we got here? We've got a sneak peek on a new project. Oh, did you sculpt? I think he's been sculpting here. If we look at this, this is cheeky. This is cheeky. I think he's actually made this into like a Kroot Predator, which I fucking love. Like, I always had it in my head that I wanted to do like a Predator-inspired Kroot army, and I ended up buying some metal Predators to proxy, but they were like, it never went anywhere. The project never went anywhere. But this is cool as hell. The new Kroot models are flipping gorgeous, mate. They are absolutely gorgeous. And look at this guy. What a model. I want to see some painted stuff though, mate. I do want to. Let's have a little look at your profile. Wait, where was the last time you painted something? Is this your stuff? It is. Oh wow, this is looking nice, mate. TT Combat box art, baby. That is the strangest model I've ever seen in my life. Rumble Slam. Is that like a pufferfish? Diodon the pufferfish. That's fantastic. Some wacky shit here from TT Combat. But mate, fantastic work. Looks like you're a beautiful painter as well. Keep up the good work, my dude. I want to see you paint this up. I really do. Get some work in on this, because that's going to be awesome. It will be truly awesome, my dude. Want to see it. I want to see it. What have we got here? What have we got here? Got streamer mode on, so we can't see anything. There we go. Muzz. This is from Muzz. So this is... I don't know what this is, Muzz. Oh, I just clicked off it. Is this a Gundam? I don't really know what this is. I'll be honest. It is a Gundam. Okay, there you go. I can see an Eldar over here on the corner of the image. Is that right? So I like the helmet. This is cool. So are you like painting this from scratch then? Is that one of... Because I've seen a few people who do Gundam who like repaint the model, and there's a few people that will build it up and then like just weather it. So I don't know where you're on that scale. It seems to be quite a sliding scale. You'll have people that'll do full repaints, you'll have people that'll do slight tweaks, and people that'll just build it, and then that's that, you know? But he's cool. I really like the helmet. But it's a scratch. Oh, nice. Okay, so there's going to be a scratch paint. So keep an eye on you, Muzz. In a month's time, we do weekly Whip Wednesday streams, guys. So if you're making weekly progress on your projects, by all means, you can always showcase what you're working on this stream. I'm all about sharing the love, guys. I want you all to be working on your projects and cracking on. This is beautiful. Look at these Eldar. This is like some... These are some pretty old school looking Eldar. Are these the Raiders? The Eldar, like the original like Eldar Raiders? Because these are cool, man. In a month, this will be lucky. You'll be lucky, yes. XM01. Splinterbrush noses, Gundams. These are cool though, dude. I like the sort of like teal that you've gone for. It's a very smooth glazes on these as well, making them look nice and tasty. Then possibly older than me. Okay, I'm 34, so. And what's with these cool painting handles? Everybody has all these cool painting handles, man. Like I'm using a Red Grass Games painting handle and then a Wrathcore painting handle. That's what I'm using at the minute. Deep Fried Johnny, we've got another whip. Is this one? Oh, it's a different angle. Okay. So there's a different angle on the boy. It opens up the legs and stuff a bit more on this picture. I like it. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Ooh, Starbuck. You are speaking my language. There we go. We've got some eBay rescues going on over here. They're handles to handle slottier models. They're very cool. The clamps don't look too hard. Yes, they're cool though. I like them. Very different. Ushapti, these are original Ushapti miniatures. And they are cool. I do like them. I've been using the 3D printed like new versions. But I do like the original Games Workshop ones. So keep up the good work. I am also an Old World fan with the Tomb King's army. Loving it, loving it, loving it. I'm just checking, have we missed anybody's piece? I mean, if Vite is in chat, I'll bring up Vite's because Vite was working on these, I think last week or the week before. He was doing some like resin pour work on his Space Marines. Very cool. Never do metal models again. I'm not a fan of these dudes. Yeah, I got them from Warhammer World as they were cool. Yeah, metal models can be quite difficult. That's why I've gone for 3D printed stuff. Looks like the resin pour went really, really well for you. Very, very cool. I like the effect. If you look at this one here, he's done like sort of a painted sort of ripple effect on here. Bushido. I know Esme's a massive Bushido fan. She was just I think she played a Bushido or demoed some Bushido recently. Esme, have you got a whip? Are you going to showcase a whip? Another really good one here from Vite. I want to say that I love the colour choices on this. Like, whenever you look at anything that Vite does, I think he's using Scale 75 paints, but like, he seems to have like a nice colour theme and vibe for everything that he paints. I really like this sort of purple into a teal. You know, it's looking really cool. Nice like purple smoke coming out. Really nice little diorama they put together there. Nearly did still just base colours really, nothing interesting. I did finish a couple recently for the tournament. Esme, I'm just going to pull your Instagram up. All caps apparently. Oh. There she is. Drop her a follow on Insta, guys, if you're not already following it. You must do so. This is some of the recent stuff that she's been doing. This is my favourite boy. My fave boy. He's been painting up some Lord of the Rings. Great work. What I really liked about this, Esme, was the cloak. I really like these colours that you've done here. Love it. And you've done it on a nice textured effect as well. Very tasty, mate. Very tasty. I love it. This is a very cute model. Very cute model indeed. Dark Reaper and Rust Grey. Yeah. I like this, the shade of like browny yellow. Here, what colour is this, Esme? What colour is this? It's lovely. It's like is it like beige? Like a beige? No? Is it sand yellow? Rucksack tan? It's kind of rucksack tan. I don't know. I'll go around with all my paints so I try to colour match it. I like it. It's nice. I really like it. The model's cool as well. Two thin coats dark yellow, yeah, with an orange shade. This is a very angry girl. Look at her face. Oh, she angry, all right. Oh, I won't let me zoom in. Damn it. She's angry, all right. Yeah. Go and drop Esme a follow. Great streamer. Oh, she's been very supportive of the stream as well. Always raids me when she can. Absolute legend. Any more whips or finished projects? I think we're done, chat. I think we're done. And we're back on the old boy right in front of us. Oh, Lord, she coming, yeah. Ah, she is fun to use in the game. She get angry. Mate, I've still not done anything with my brushie, though. I've got 1,000,001 flipping projects that I want to work on at the minute outside the commissions, and I really just need to knuckle down and get some commissions boxed off. For those of you who missed it, I've literally just finished this Karlach yesterday, so we had another one. I've been doing some non-met on it. I did lots of scratchy leather. I did like an OSL sort of glow effect on the chest, which I'm quite happy with. The skin tones I'm quite happy with. I did some amendments on it and like reduced the glow on the hair. I'm quite happy with how the non-met came out on the axe as well. Because I've tried to do it like as if the lighting source was coming from like above her head. So this side was darker than the back of her, right? And I've added a little bit of blue into the top of the axe blade to sort of represent this, you know, the sky. But yeah, quite happy with how she came out. Particularly like the eyes. Like I spent quite a bit of time on the face and on the eyes. I added like some scarring to her face. I've had like a couple of little bits of scars and chips and bits. Yeah, I think she came out quite good. Quite happy with her. And for those of you who missed it before, here's my Tomb King. Here's my happy little boy. So I'm doing like an old world slow grow league, and this is basically the leader of my slow grow league. He is the Tomb Boy. I haven't actually named him yet. Oh no, I did. He was going to be Samuel Jackson, like Samael Jackson. Because my will be done, motherfucker. They have the rule my will be done, which is quite fun. It's just called my will be done, but you have to do a leadership check, and then they get to like, I think they get +1 weapon skill or D3 initiative or D3 movement to the unit that he's in. It's a great model. I love this model. This is the Tomb King or Tomb Prince from One Page Rules that I scaled up by about 20%. And I am going to add a banner to him. So I'm just going to stick a banner on the back. I think I'm going to magnetize a banner on the back, as I was saying before. But the reasoning is he could be used as a battle standard bearer, so why not? So back to painting. We need to do some painting today. So here's the Eldar jet bike, Biel'Tan style. I have magnetized the arms, so we've got like these cool looking purple Vorpal effect. I painted this model 2 years ago, and I'm just sort of updating it a little bit on request from the client. And then I've got a whole shitload of them to paint. So you're going to be seeing me painting these a lot. Thank you very much for the follow there, Starbuck. Really appreciate that. Everybody who's also currently watching me on YouTube as well, I'm streaming to both platforms. Really appreciate you all. If you can drop me a like on YouTube, that would be amazing. And as a subscription on YouTube, that would be amazing. As I'm trying to grow my YouTube at the minute. There's a link there to the channel. Please check it out if you can. Not to worry if you can't. Some of you don't like YouTube, some of you don't like Twitch, so I'm trying to do both. At the minute. Right, let's get back onto this white. So what I needed to do is I was just trying to update the white a little bit. And I made like I couldn't find Drakenhof Nightshade before. So instead I've mixed Vallejo's periscopes in with a little touch of black. And then it didn't quite work as a wash. It's kind of like added some tide lines. So I need to kind of go around and fix the tide lines now. And then what we need to do is fix the thorns. So I painted these thorns like 2 years ago. And I've got a lot better at painting since then, I would hope. So I'm going to have to come back in and try and fix that. And I think what I need to do is like widen them off a little bit. I was doing a little bit of work on them last night, so they aren't as they were from 2 years back. I've started widening the thorns a little bit. And that kind of puts it more in line with what the client wanted. They didn't want like small, thin, jaggedy thorns. They wanted like a bit more curvy thorns. They like the thorns like they like the women, thick and curvy. Hell yeah. Apologise for the music as well at the minute, guys. Normally I have like proper music on, but I've decided to try and go with some like hopefully royalty free stuff so that I don't get any copyright strikes on my YouTube channel. Because that would be good. Nobody likes getting copyright striked to ruin their day. So I've just put royalty-free epic soundtrack on or something, so it's not been that bad so far, has it, really? Not been the worst thing I've ever listened to. Basically, we added that shade in. I'm just trying to soften the transition a little bit with a couple of layers of like a white glaze. Should just help fix what we done earlier. Got a little bit of fucking white on that green there on the shoulder pad, so I'm gonna have to fix that as well. I think what I'll probably have to do is like mix up the colours that I used on the jet bike anyway, because I'm gonna have to try and like, this was airbrushed, so probably gonna have to like colour match it and then come back in and do some of the corrections. But I'll do as much with the black as I can before I have to come back in and do some corrections, hopefully. Hopefully. I say that with the best of intentions. Well, thank you everybody who's stuck with me following the Esmeralda stream. Once again, big shout out to Esme for being an absolute legend in the Twitch community. I am hoping to get down to GriffCon this year, Esme. It is end of July. I am skint as fuck at the minute. I've just had a baby. Let's face it, it's probably not going to happen, but I would like to be able to go. So what I've got to do is just absolutely crack on with commissions and try and get as many of them finished as I can. I'm like all the way booked up into 2024 at the minute. Sorry, all the way booked up to the end of 2024. But it's just get a case of I've not really had the time to do any of them, which is, you know, it's been fine. My clients completely understand that I've just had a child and life is busy at the minute. Like, they've all been really cool with me, so I couldn't ask for better people, really. But I just need to get them done to get some money in the bank. Which means less side projects for Tom. But I've decided that I'm going to stop gaming for a bit, because I have had a little bit of a gaming binge. I was playing quite a bit of like Star Citizen and a couple of other games. So I'm having a little break from gaming for the foreseeable. And I'm going to try my best to stick to painting and cracking on with bits. Probs won't be a GriffCon myself. The date change was bad for me, yeah. Are you going down to Fen Model Show then, mate? Because that's the thing, like, do I want to get one of my competition pieces done for Fen Model Show? But I don't know about that either at this point. One of my mates is going, and he is like trying to demo his new game. I don't know if you've heard of Aetherpunk. Anybody in chat heard of Aetherpunk? But my mate Jack, who actually met at GriffCon, absolutely lovely lad. I met at GriffCon, the first GriffCon. But yeah, he's designed his own game. It's basically World War I Wizards, the miniatures game. So it's all about kit bash. It's all about converting and having fun. Very, very small, low model count. You only need like 8 guys, a lot less than that. So I really want to do my own little force for that, because I did film a battle report with him on my YouTube channel. So if you want to check that out, just so you can see what the game is like, you know, see how it's played, because it's played with all these different dice sizes, which is really cool. Oh, you go away on the Monday? I'm always away every other Saturday of July. Ah, okay. Aye. So, but you would have gone if you could, yeah? I know a lot of peeps are going to Fen Model Show because it's on the same weekend as that, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate timing. I think I would go to Fen if I actually had a finished miniature. Because I do have a display piece that I've printed off, and I have started a bust, which you have semi-seen me paint, but I've not managed to do any more work on it since, and I think I want to change a few things. I might end up completely redoing, I might redo this entirely, because it's got, you know, I fucked up a few bits on it. That's kind of where I'd started doing the hair and things. I don't know. I might redo her completely. I did tell them as soon as they announced, but everything was already booked up. Yeah, it's strange they'd done it the same date as another show. Certainly not ideal. Yeah. Well, that's it. You're going to put off a lot of people who would like to go to both, that are forced then to pick one or the other, basically. I suppose if you're more into your painting than your gaming, go to Fen. If you're more into your gaming than your painting, go to GriffCon. Like, that's the option. Dem's the options. But yeah, I've seen that I need to buy. I'd need to pay for £150 to get myself set up with the table, which again is kind of been a bit of a kick in the teeth with that, because that means it makes it kind of pointless for me to go and sell stuff, because I have to pay about 50 quid in petrol getting there and back. I then have to get accommodation sorted. I'd have to bring my wife and my baby girl with me as well, because I don't think it's fair that I'd leave them at home. Well, I'm gallivanting off to Essex, so they'd come with me. So then we've got to pay for food for everybody. So 150 quid for a table is a bit too much. So me and my mate were potentially going to share a table. But I haven't spoken to him since about it, because we've just had too much on. Like, I've just had a child. You know, it's busy. All go at the minute. Early July, I could always confirm for you. Moving it to the school holidays basically was terrible, yeah. Like, when most people are going away on a school holiday, aren't they? I guess for Griff, it's more like he's also... Maybe that was better for him with school holidays being on, I don't know. Right, we are nearly there with this white now. I would like to get some airbrushing in today, but I think what I need to do... Well, I haven't even built the other one yet. He's still on sprue, so I need to get that sorted. But I do have 2 of the on-foot versions that I could start painting today if we get a chance. I think the ball was dropped with the dates, yeah. Mine would be bored as hell after 20 minutes, yeah. Your son's not really into the old miniatures gaming at this point, yeah? I'm guessing. Not quite caught the bug just yet. Maybe you'll get him someday. We play Talisman and Hero Quest. Oh, he likes painting, does he? Nice. I was thinking, like, how am I going to approach this with my daughter? And I'm thinking, like, she's obviously going to see me painting quite a lot anyway growing up. If I'm able to keep doing what I'm doing, that is. You know, we've had many talks about me having to get a proper job again. But thinking, like, yeah, that would be cool if they could, like, join in with me or whatever. I know, Deep Fry Johnny, you get your kid involved with what you do, don't you? Like, I think you've shown me before that he takes an interest in painting what you're painting. He never lets me forget he got bronze at Fen and I got commended. You want to enjoy the event and not be a parent. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because it's an event for you, isn't it, really? Yeah, because if he came, then you'd have to be, like, worrying about him doing stuff. I was going to take Charlie for the painting lesson, but he just enjoys mixing all the colours into a sludgy brown, yeah. Well, get him into Nurgle, mate. He'll be fine if he paints Nurgle, yeah? Nurgle's all sludgy browns and greens. Get him a little cheeky, like, get some poxwalkers on the go, you know? You can't really go wrong with a poxwalker. I have to go around and fix that bit of green that I got on the fucking... I managed to get some white on the green before. Here's what it is. Shit happens. Shit doth happen. I think I need to fix this under here as well. A little bit of white with a little bit of that periscope. Up periscope. Such a good word to say, periscope. Periscope. Great colour periscopes. This is a Vallejo Panzer Aces periscopes. A wonderful colour. I'm hoping I'm raising the next Angel Heraldez, but I'm likely he'll just be a normal nerd. But he's going to be whatever he's going to be, isn't it? He's going to be whatever he wants to be. Alright. I don't know if what we've done there has helped at all, but we've added a little bit of a blue sort of glaze across some of these areas to add a little bit of shading in there. Add a little bit more interest to this white. As long as you're happy, you can do what you want, yeah. Within reason. You know, there's a couple of things that might make him happy that are morally unacceptable. Like, being silly. You know, eating chocolate makes us happy. Can't eat too much of it. This music reminds me a little bit of the Dark Tide soundtrack. Dark Tide soundtrack is absolutely fantastic. Carry on. 2 o'clock already, my God. Gotta get a work on here. Gotta get crack-a-lacking. I'm a bit happy with how that looks now on the underside. I've got like the Vallejo, not Vallejo, the white blue from Pro Acryl, and I'm absolutely loving that at the minute. If I try and paint stubble, do you think I should do it as a very thin black blue glaze? I'm going to try as much new stuff as possible because I'm enjoying painting again. Mate, that's a really good idea. Just keep trying shit. Enjoy it. Yeah, with a grey blue glaze, you can get like a cool stubble effect. Yeah, that's something you can do. Just thin the glaze down. So it's a very, very, very thin glaze. And just work it very slowly. Because you can put too much very quickly and ruin it. Okay. Which tone was that? This is Pro Acryl's white blue. So what I've done is I've basically got I'm just working with these two colours at the minute. Periscopes and white blue from Pro Acryl. And that's what we're doing with like a bit of a sort of blue-grey glaze. And I think I quite like it. It's giving things a little bit more interest, because I think previously I just used just a grey mixed in with a white, and it looked a little bit boring for me. So the client wanted more of a blue grey rather than a traditional sort of grey into white, so that's what I'm using at the minute. I'm trying not to spend forever getting the most smoothest glaze possible here. Because this is the underside of a bike. Like, I need to calm down and move on. Just get a little bit more shading done on that bit and then we'll move on. Just got to tidy it up a little bit basically. This song's like Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, big fan of Pro Acryl actually. I think if I had a spare £100, I would probably buy the Pro Acryl set. I've only got like a couple of choice bits from them. I like the Pro Acryl range, but they are very strong, taking a bit of time to get used to. Yeah, I really like them because they are quite a saturated tone. And I've been working with a lot of like Games Workshop paints and Scale 75 paints recently, as well as I'm always using Vallejo. I always use Vallejo. Like Vallejo German Camo Grey is probably my favourite off black, and I've nearly run out of it. Like I've used so much of it recently. I'm nearly out, so I'm gonna have to buy a new flipping bottle of it, which I can't be arsed going down to any painting stores and buying paints at the minute. Like, I really can't be bothered. Like, when I was down at, I've joined like an old world slow grow league. Appreciate the follow as well, Splinter Brush. If you're still here, mate, just follow me back on Instagram. Appreciate that, dude. Yeah, I was at War Office, and I picked up this Liquitex fluorescent green ink, which is what I used in the Tomb King to do like a little glow effect on the eyes and shit. Really like that. I tried Pro Kill for the first time the other day. They were really nice, mixed well, and thinned down nicely. War paints, Fanatics are pretty good, but I only tried a couple of those. I've heard they were quite good. I think Crafty, if Crafty Dog is in chat, I think Crafty Dog has been using war paints. Muzz, I got the base set. I was around £75. Definitely worth the money. Let's have a little look at what Pro Acryl UK. Pro Acryl. First thing that comes up is Element Games. They do some basing sets now. Okay, so let me just pull this up for you. This is the Element Games website. So expansion sets. Grey blue. These aren't bad. You get 30 quid. You get 10 colours. And 12. I might get that one. That set there. At some point. Because that's got some nice tones in it. It's got neutral grey, warm grey. I think I've got some of the... No, I don't have any of those colours. I don't have any of them. They're nice. They're nice. Transparent range. I just bought a couple of ones on. When I was last at Element Games, I was at the AC Miniatures, Phoenix Miniatures painting class, and AC recommended the Pro Acryl, so I picked up the ones that he recommended, which is basically obviously for his paint schemes, right? So I got dark magenta, bright magenta, dark jade. Like, love dark jade. Anyways, I might have a look and see. I can't see like a full set here. Liquitex is good. I wouldn't mind getting the Liquitex set, you know. Alternative caps, that's good. Different caps for the bottles, because the bottles are a little bit awkward with the Pro Acryl. I have to admit. Okay. Where's my stream gone? There we go. I need to open up the mod view. I haven't had the mod view open all stream, so. There we go, we've got the mod view open now. Cool. Right, let's get back to it. Just in case we get bot-fied. Right. I like Pro Acryl. AK are good, just a bit of a huge range yet. I like Pro Acryl. But refuse to buy because the bottles are garbage. I mean, you can, but then you'd have to like decant them and then fucking move them into like a Vallejo dropper bottle or something if you need to. I get what you mean though, that it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Me, I've not had that much issue with the bottles. I've kind of just like when I know that I'm going to use it, I've kind of dotted it onto the palette and then closed the lid and then dotted it on again. Yeah. Like, squeeze a little bit out, only a little bit, and then close the lid, and then squeeze that a little bit again. Because when you close the lid, a little bit squirts out. You've got to be careful. Pro Acryl are squirters, so you've got to be prepared for them. You've got to be ready. Yeah, I'm not interested in buying any new paints at the minute though. I've got plenty of paints to go on with. In fact, my mate who visited me at the weekend, I just gave him a load of paints because I've got a load of the air paints. The Games Workshop air paints were given to me by my local store. Just because they ain't got any space. Like Games Workshop makes you change bottles and shit like every other year or something. It feels like. So they just had loads of the old style air paints lying around. You can't sell them. So they had put them in a bargain bin for a while, but nobody wanted to buy them. So I was like, "Do you want these?" I was like, "You know what? Fuck it, I'll have them." And they're all right, you know. Like I tend to use them a fair bit. Like I've always got one of them on my desk at a time. But I just gave a load of them away. Like oranges, like Fire Dragon Bright, I use that one quite a lot. Abaddon Black, I use that. Ceramite White isn't bad. You know? So there are some good Citadel paints. Obviously like Corn Red, Mephiston Red, like I use those quite a lot. When you paint like your Blood Angels or whatever. And the paint scheme for these guys, so the green on these Eldar, I'm going to be using Warpstone Glow and Moot Green, which you'll see shortly when we do a little bit of editing on this green. I've got to do a little bit of a mix. The scheme also uses Rhinoxide mixed in with the Warpstone Glow to act as a little bit of a glaze. Got to fix this bit here on the blooming. I did a whoopsie. Yeah, I did a whoopsie there. I need to fix that. Well-spoken Rambler. Hello, how do you do? How do you do? What if orcs but elves enjoy us? Yes, the Biel'Tan, the green elves. I'm enjoying painting them. You know, they're good fun. You should call him and ask for your Drakenhof Nightshade back, yeah? Fuck that, I'd rather buy Scale or AK in that case, yeah. I just use the wet wipe straight away on the Pro Acryl bottles, but I know for a fact I'll forget next time. Yeah, like this is what I've been doing. The other double thing is the paint builds up on the top of the thing, so you actually know what the paint dries like. So because it's always there, you've got a little crust forming. And I think probably I'll have to do what you've just said there, Deep Fried Johnny, and get a wet wipe and just try and remove it. But I do kind of like that I can see exactly what colour this dries as on the top. Like there's dark jade. See that? That looks like that. We've got dark magenta. You get me. Nice. I'm still on my Dark Angels green / snot green kick. Nice. Whatever works, mate. Pro curl, shake, shake, open twist, nozzle, put, drop in pallet, wipe top, put in mouth, blow down top, close twist, job done, no miss. Like, you're expecting me to go a little play my pro curl bottles like a pipe. I'm the pro curl piper. One of the positives about being a parent is the abundance of wet wipes in the house. Yeah. We've got a fucking. We went on Amazon and bought this massive box of wet wipes, which is miles better than the fucking shitty ones that you get from Huggies. The Huggies wet wipes were garbage. Like, I'll say that again. The Huggies wet wipes were garbage. Like, they were literally just falling apart. It was absolute shite. That's not what you want when you're trying to wipe a baby's arse at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know? You want the wet wipe to do the job. Huggies are poo, yeah. They certainly are, my friend. Which is fine till your kids figure out how to just sit and yank them all out the packet in one go. With the one giant box of them. My God, I'm not looking forward to that. I mean, Esme, it's like, it's a giant box filled with small boxes. So I've got like a load of small packs in the box. It's kind of like a bulk buy. So it's not just one huge box where you just like reels of wet wipes coming out of it for days. I kind of like that idea, but luckily it's not that. Huggies are poo, Tesco's good, wipes, terrible packaging. Asda was somewhere in the middle. I don't actually know what brand is the one that we bought. I had to buy wide, clear tape and tape all the packs closed. Hi Tom, it's Laura, just saying hi. Hi Laura, how are you doing? Hope you're well, mate. We are working on some space elves today, mate. There's an Eldar jet bike that I'm touching up at the minute. So it's been painted about 2 years ago, and then I'm just trying to fix it. Make it a little bit more in line with updated standards. So we're giving it a little bit of TLC on this handsome chap. Whilst complaining about wet wipes. Where are we at? Very good, very good. Hi, Sarah, Laura again. I just wanted to know when we were doing Stream Raiders. I know that scat or scats made you say that. Your husband. We are no longer doing Stream Raiders on this channel because it was too distracting. And I have to like constantly download it every flipping time. Which is just so annoying. So I am no longer doing Stream Raiders. Because I can't keep on top of things as they are. Like, it's not going to happen. Da-da-da-da-da. This music's a bit like Metal Gear Solid. Anybody in chat play Metal Gear Solid? What an absolute classic. I say tender loving craft world. Yes, I say craft world. Biel'Tan these days is somewhere between a flotilla and a kicked wasp nest. Mate, I don't know anything about Eldar lore really. This is a commission piece. So do enlighten us on the front of the Eldar. So this is all freehand here. So what I want to do is just neaten it up a little bit. There we go. Little bit neater. Little bit neater. Biel'Tan got fractured. A greater demon of Slanesh got into the Infinity Circuit. Oh my goodness. And started messing everything up for them, I bet. Those greater demons being rascals. Also, Yvrain was pulled a magic sword out of the same Infinity Circuit. So it's got... it's kind of got the Lady of the Lake story going on. That's cool. What do I want to do here? I want to grab a little bit of water, mix that in. Okay. I think what I've done is I've removed too much of the darker shade of blue. And I've not been as cautious as I should have been when I was applying it. So I'm just going to try and very gently just add it back in a few areas. Like, I'm not up to date with like any 40k lore at the minute, I would say. I did kind of know what was going on with like the Dark Imperium stuff. I've just completely lost track. What's everyone's thoughts on glaze medium? I've had a bottle on my desk for over a year and never used it. I used it for quite a while. And I did enjoy using it, and it was kind of like more on a hot day. So like, I was using it on a hot day. If I had a mix, I'd put a little splodge of glaze medium into the mix, and it would keep it alive longer. Like even on a wet palette, on a hot day, your paint will dry out. But add a little bit of glaze medium, and it'll stay alive a little bit longer. But I have a pot of it somewhere. I don't know where I've put it. I don't use it half as much as I did. I was also using something called Water Plus for a while, but I really feel that was a gimmick. Because I've learnt just that normal water does the same sort of job. There are a lot of gimmicky products out there. This song is giving me like Home Alone vibes. You know what I mean? It's like Christmas Home Alone vibes. Right, I think that'll do on the grey. I think I'm happy with. Oh no, I'm not happy with that side of the helmet still. Let's keep chipping away. Keep chipping away. We're just gonna. I think what I did was I added too much of that wash in, and then it's created like an awful tide line here. So all we've got to do is keep layering up the glaze on top, And then that should get rid of that tide line that was there. Hopefully. Hopefully. Or at least remove it enough that we won't really notice it going forwards. You know? The helmet of the jet bike guy has been quite fun. I have to admit, it has been quite fun. Because it's such a weird shape that you're messing about with it for ages trying to get it looking smooth. Next time a demon tries to get through a warp gate, the Eldar should just put a pail of water on top of it so it falls down on the demon and pranks them, yeah. Did you freehand the runes on the guy's robe? I did, mate. I did, because I didn't have a transfers pack. I had a transfers pack that I found, which had this transfer on it, but that is freehanded. That and that is freehanded. That's the warlock symbol, I think. And then I freehanded this here, but this is what I mean. I painted this 2 years ago. I need to fix it. It needs to be brought up to how the client wanted it, which is amending a few bits and bobs. So for example, these gems, I'm going to change the gems. I'm going to put the shine point at the bottom rather than at the top. That was what was asked. That was requested. And then the thorns. So we do actually need to do some work on the thorns, chat. So I'm going to get on with that. Mate, I'm trying. I'm trying to be a pro painter for you. I'm not really a pro painter, but I mean, I guess I am in some ways because I get paid to paint, but I'm not as good as a lot of people out there. So you're always learning. That's the thing. Everybody is on the journey somewhere, and some people put more time in and they get ahead and blah, 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 blah. Everybody can learn. It's just time in. I always think it's time in on the hobby that gets you to where you want to be. As long as you've got a steady hand, the motivation and a can-do attitude, you can get whatever the fuck you want done. You can get better at painting. Just practice, 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 practice. Like, I feel like my hand has got shakier recently though. And I don't know whether that's because I've not got enough. I haven't eaten my banana today. I haven't eaten a banana today, so it could be that. I wish I could get paid to paint. I don't think it's as glamorous as you think, mate. I think a lot of people wish they were paid to paint. And then what happens is you end up working on everybody else's stuff and never on any of your own stuff because you haven't got the time. And then sometimes that gets a bit depressing. But if you're getting paid to paint nice, cool models that you enjoy, then that's a win-win. I think it's the same as everything else in a way. I think probably 90% of people who are currently watching this stream wouldn't mind being paid to paint. Or are currently doing some form of commission or another. There you go. I point blank refuse commissions. There you go. As me's doing it because he purely enjoys the hobby for the sake of the hobby, right? Like, I quit my day job to try and do this full time after COVID, and it's come with a lot of swings and roundabouts. Yeah, that is my hobby. There you go. I just want something else to do once Charlie goes to school. I'm going to have 4 hours at home alone with nothing to do. There you go. But if it works for you, mate, make it work for you. Like, you know, if somebody wants to pay you to paint, then get on it. Doing there, what am I doing? Well, that was a clean brush then. Okay. What I've noticed is that I don't know if it's dust, probably dust, that's built up over the model. Right, let's do some of these thorns. And that's why I stream, because I can't paint without talking. Yeah. You're a bit of a natterbox, you mate. But we love you. I want to tidy these knuckles up a little bit. I keep seeing things on this paint job that I want to change. Kind of annoying. Just neaten everything up a little bit. Probably the goal. I can't find anywhere to work 10 till 2, so I just rock the stay-at-home parent thing. Hell yeah. I mean, you can afford to do that, mate, because, you know, you've got your husband, he's helping you out, working his full-time job, it works for you, doesn't it? I'm kind of at the point where I may have to go and get another job. Like, I've been at this position for a while, like and ahhing about it, but it's more kind of, I like where I'm at now because I'm able to help out at home, but and that's, you know, that's been great. Been able to do a lot more around the house and stuff. But the temptation to play games is there for me, and that, like, it is a big temptation for me. I keep sort of getting sucked into stuff, and I need to not. If I could just paint all the time, then I'd be fine, you know. But you can't always do that, right? Sometimes you get frustrated or burnt out or whatever it might be. Right, let us get some work done on these. Like, I'm thinking, like, you know, if I did get another job, then I could stick to my hours, and then, like, I think I would enjoy my hobby time a bit more. But I don't know how much time I would have to paint. I don't know. But having more money to be able to do things is quite important. I might change this playlist. We are on royalty-free music. What do we want to change it to? Royalty-free. I don't know if I trust this. This says chill royalty-free music from public playlist from probably Cole. Let's see if it is royalty-free. Some Bushido people invited me to Vienna on September to play on Saturday, and I'm lucky I could just go and do that, still considering. Yeah, that's amazing, mate, if you could do that. Wow. You're finishing work at 11. Is that 11 a.m., dude? You could do anything with that time. What can go wrong? Staying with somebody at an expo? Just bring a taser with you, just in case. Ah, that didn't work. Bollocks! Trying to do chat. I'm trying to thicken up these thorns a little bit. I think I'm gonna have to mix up some green to do some corrections. Probably what I'm gonna have to do. My right hand keeps shaking. It's pissing me off. I either need to take a drink, take a break, and go and drink some juice, and eat a banana. That would probably do the trick. I should probably use a smaller brush. I'm still using a big brush, and that was completely off camera the whole time. Right. I got these brushes off Syncmaster, and where did you get, if Syncmaster is in chat, I want to know where he got these brushes from, because I actually really like them. I tried them out when I did my painting class at the weekend, and I've fallen in love with them. They're like, if anybody recognises these, they're like got cool names to them. It's like number 2 is called Colin, number 3 is called Volga. And because they've got such good tips to them, I've not really had to use any other brush for ages. Chronicle cards, is that what they're called? Or they're like the brand. They're really nice. I really like them. I don't know why you gave them to me, to be honest, but I appreciate it. They're really nice. Saves me, because I was using my Artist Opus brushes for quite a bit of time. So I do like the Artist Opus ones, but I'm actually kind of enjoying the thicker sort of the hilt of the brush. Kind of digging it. I like the length of them as well. Based in Australia, the Chronicle Card Sable brushes from Australia. Does that mean they're made out of Tasmanian tiger hairs that they've captured and killed and made the brushes out of them? Or are they made out of kangaroo? Kangaroo brushes. He likes the length. I do indeed. I used to paint in my GW, and it's not really been allowed since COVID, so now I just do my chatting on Twitch. I bet the GW guys are dead happy about that, mate. They'd be, oh, fucking hell, she's here again. This woman just doesn't shut up. Or they just miss you because it's just deathly quiet at the Games Workshop now. Apparently it's a weasel. Welcome, Invite. Jesus, man, they only just discovered a live Tasmanian tiger. Don't go making them extinct again. Oh, God. What is that emo? SB Shocker. Oh, I bought the Element Games brush today. Looks like it's going to be great. Just hope it keeps its point. The Element Games brushes were Rosemary & Co brushes. I know that because I worked at Element Games when they brought them out a long time ago. And the prototypes for the Artist Opus were made by Rosemary & Co, but they then found somewhere that did it cheaper and they went with them instead. It was good. They are good. They are, but they're just Rosemary & Co brushes. Apparently it's a weasel as opposed to a sable, which is the Martin. The Kickstarter had loads of extra brushes. Well, I do appreciate, mate, because they are cool as hell and they've all got like wacky names. You know what? I actually have a 0.1mm pen, which I could try out for this. I've not actually used it. I bought it in the art shop. Apparently it's a drawing pen. So let's give it a go. Why not? Why not? We're doing black. This could go horribly wrong. Especially since your boy hasn't had any bananas. don't know if we're going to be able to get the same sort of point on the stuff with this. I don't know about that. I don't know if this is working very well. No, I don't like it. Don't like it. Take it back. I'll take it back to the art shop. Not happy. They was. I don't know. I think they was the cheaper Rosemary & Co. like straight brand. They weren't the Series 33 ones. Like they just got a load of them manufactured. I just got Element Games written on the side. Same thing that Griff did. I think Griff did the same thing for his event brushes. If you are going to buy a brush, I really like the Artis Opus new ones. I do really like them. I have been absolutely rinsing them. Like the last, I think I got them for my birthday last September, and I've been using these 3 exclusively. I mean, look at the state of them. Look at the state of the poor things. Like, I have been rinsing these out. And, I mean, they're not really holding a tip now. Right? You know? What I could probably do is give them a bloody good clean. That might sort them out. It still holds a good tip. Still holds a good tip. It takes a little bit of pushing, you know. This 00 is pretty fab though. I do really like them. I know they're more on the pricier end of things, but I got it for my birthday, so I can't really complain. I hate the Griffcon 22 brush. Originally I used it for a few weeks and can't get my words out. I hated the Griffcon 22 brush originally. I used it for a few weeks now and I love it now. Would love to know what it is to buy another one. It's definitely the Rosemary & Co. 00, I think it was. My size 1 Artis Opus is on its last legs, but will end up being an expensive stippling brush. Yeah, that's it. Eventually, it'll be a stippling brush. Let's take this arm off. I don't need the arm on. I love that I magnetized this. By the way, chat. I just love it because I'm like, wee, I can change the position of things. Wee, hee hee. Oh no! Oh no! Well, that couldn't have gone more wrong if I tried. Fucking hell, Tom. You can't take me anywhere. Whoops. Yeah. Well, that just happened. I snapped a wing off. Fucking hell. Idiot. I could probably fix that. Hopefully. Can't believe I just did that. Shit. Let's hope the client isn't watching the stream. Oh, mercy. What we're going to do, I'll fix it and we'll be none the wiser. I'll be none the wiser. Fuck. God damn it. Like, when doing freehand, I kind of want a brush to have a lot more sort of depth to it so that it can carry more paint. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, Rosemary Co, there you go. Merlin confirms it. Confirmed. It's Pib Spiller Ink. Mate, I just snapped the tail. I snapped the tail off it. Brush. I'm a fucking idiot. I've snapped it off. Should I magnetize it on? Because I've magnetized all the weapons. Look. Whee! Magnetized. Whee! Aha! I'm gonna have to magnetize this fin on. Cock and balls. Okay. They have 500 different brush lines. I'm alright, mate. I'm alright. I'm alright. Just about. I'm just about alright. Chill session's good. I managed to get some Skellingtons painted. And I then started on this guy. This happy little bikey rider. But yeah, it was nice. Yeah. We had Gus the Hook came in, and we had Sink Master, and we had Minty. Deep Fried Johnny unfortunately couldn't make it because his mucus glands were acting up. He's got himself a little bit of man flu. How you doing anyway, fella? You managed to get what you needed to do done? Dude, I'm going to need to eat one big ass banana. I keep painting this off camera. I'm very sorry. Oh, they were working overtime, not just acting up. Me, yeah. They were trying to kick your ass. Always more to do, but I saw you on. I thought I'd jump in it. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. I know I'm not on Twitch much these days, mate, so I've not caught like any streams. I've just been pretty much downstairs, working downstairs, because then I can help out the baby. Like, but today I was like, right, I need to fucking stream. I've not streamed for like 3 weeks now, and the wife has gone to. My nan is in the hospital at the minute. She's doing okay, guys. Don't worry about that. She had a urinary infection, so they've had her in. Anyway, my wife's gone to visit her with the baby. My mum's picked her up. So that's why we're able to stream for a couple of hours, hey? But I've just fucking snapped this guy. Yeah, family's doing good, mate. Family's doing good. My brother, to be honest, I've not heard of my brother at all. I hope he's okay. I need to probably ring him or something. I think he's got an exam or something, he was saying. My cousin might actually know more than me if he's in the stream. Scat, are you in stream, mate? Oh, lordy lord. Yeah. I'm losing it a bit, mate. I'm losing it. Like 2.5 hours is getting quite difficult for me because I've not really streamed much for a while. So I used to be able to do long streams. I used to do like 4 or 5 hours in a go. And I'm really feeling it right now. Like I feel really tired right now. Like I even got a half decent night's sleep last night, you know? The wife took the baby downstairs because we've been sleeping downstairs a lot. Just because everything's there. Like we've got a changing table down there. It's a bit cooler down there. We've got like a nice sort of pull-out sofa bed. So we've both been sleeping on that. And last night we decided to sleep on an actual bed because my wife's back was hurting her. And then she basically left me up there. I woke up and was like, where is everybody? But that basically allowed me to have an uninterrupted, like, 7 hours, which was amazing. But I still feel really, like, don't tell my wife, but I feel really tired. Like, I feel more tired now than I did yesterday after like 4 hours of sleep. I really don't get what's going on at the minute. Anybody else with kids in chat wants to tell me what the hell's going on with me? Am I just getting older? Like, what the fuck? Your sleep will be fucked until kid gets to about... Even when a kid starts sleeping through, I feel we didn't get out of the deficit until years later. Yeah. Well, that's it. Like, sleep at... What they say is any change to your circadian rhythm has a knock-on effect. So if you start doing like night shifts and you're not used to doing night shifts, it royally fucks you up. My oldest is 19, middle age 16, and youngest is 3, and still no sleep. Vite's just struggling, perpetually struggling. Bless you, mate. Bless you. Oh, Vite, we had a little nosy at your whip before, mate. I fucking love those resin pours that you did. Very cool. Very cool little resin pours then, my dude. I really like the drow lady. They're really cool. Like the pond. I keep distracting myself from doing these thorns. I'm sorry, chat. I keep distracting myself. I'm like, I'm going to paint over this transfer and make it look better. This is a transfer, FYI. The other symbols are actually freehand. This is the only transfer on the model. But I thought I'd try and jazz it up a little bit, you know? I don't really like how this transfer looks. Because I feel like it didn't go on very flat. So I first painted this model 2 years ago. For those of you who've been absent most of the stream, I painted this for a client 2 years ago, and then they got back to me and said they want me to do more for the army, and they want me to update the army to look a little bit more in line with what he wants. So I got the original one I did for him, and then I've got the rest of the army now to do, and there's a couple of changes and amendments that he wanted doing to it. So I'm like, okay. And one of those is like going for a more blue-black rather than a grey-black on the whites. Sorry, go for a more blue-grey than a black-grey. So I've basically redone the whites today and just generally gone round and made things look a bit nicer, in theory. I hope I've made things look a bit nicer. It's kind of weird, like, repainting something that you painted 2 years ago, but there you go. I didn't want to strip it and start again, because, like, fuck that. Evening, Firehawk. How you doing, my man? That was from the Inu Kingdoms mini. Hell yeah. It's really cool, dude. I like all the glowing stuff with all the teal that you did to it. Esme, my brother worked Friday to Monday casino night shifts. Wednesday and Thursday college days for 3 years. I don't know how he did it, mate. I think the tricky one, if you're already in a shift pattern and you stick into that shift pattern, then your circadian rhythms aren't impacted. So let's say you always do night shifts for like 2 or 3 years. You're always on night shifts. You get used to those patterns. If you then have to do 1 week of nights, 1 week of earlies, 1 week of days, like for example my stepdad has to do that, that fucks you up. Like, it really messes you up. And I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he does it. He still does it now, the mad lad. Like, they pay him good money, but seriously, he is gonna really struggle. Like, he's 63 now, I think, 64. And I know he struggles, you know? I don't think he's going to be able to keep this up. Like, I seriously don't know how he's going to keep it up. Ah, mate. Blue-grey on the Biel'Tan white is chef's kiss. Thank you very much. Well-spoken Rambler. Mate, you are a welcome addition to this stream. You've been very positive and encouraging. I love you a lot. Good money makes shit shifts, mate. Easy. There you go. Good money makes shit shifts easy. Well, that's true. That is very true. He gets paid a very good wage where he works. That's a proper working man's job, right? He gets paid very well to work shit shifts. And that is only because they have a strong union where he works. Unions allow for working class to be paid the wages that they should be paid. We're not going to talk politics, chat, but that is... Some people don't like unions. Unions can run away with things. They can run away with things. They have run away with things before and made things very difficult. But generally speaking, they work very well for people in working class jobs. Because otherwise you get the piss taken out of you. Right, I like that little bit of blue, you know? Little bit of blue there. Just making that look a little bit less flat. Thank you, you're welcome. Thank you. House file did it make it worse? How many of their meetings could have been an email? That's how it normally works in my place. Yep. Everything white eye paint. I use Apothecary white contrast paint. Makes white king and easy to paint. I do actually have Apothecary white, mate. I think originally this was painted with Apothecary white. I can't remember. It was 2 years ago. I think I did use Apothecary white, but the client was like, no, I want blue white. So what we've done is we've gone back over a lot of the areas and we've glazed in some blue white instead. But I get where you're coming from, because Apothecary white is really fucking good. But it does the job well, you know, for a very quick white effect. It does the job very well. I have been loving Scale 75's white blue, and what we're using here, we're basically just using these two colours at the minute. They've got periscopes here. Periscope. I just love saying that word. Big fan of Matt Berry. Yeah, Vallejo's periscope is lovely. But I keep getting distracted, chat. I'm meant to be doing the thorns. What am I doing? I keep getting distracted. Someone needs to tell me off here, because I keep working on other things. I think my Pegasus Knights will be sprayed grey and then Apothecary white, and I'll call it done. Hell yeah. I'm getting really into AK. Ooh, the only AK interactive paint I own is literally in front of me. It is this deep green. And I randomly bought it because AC Miniatures recommended it when we were on that painting class. And I bought it because it's a really nice colour. The Intense colour range. And I've been painting cactuses with it. So, on my Tomb King, the cactus was Ink Tense Green, and then I mixed Moot Green, and then I washed it with something. I can't remember. Probably a jade. I don't think I used it anywhere else. I think I just used it on the cactus. Yeah, just on the cactus. Funnily enough. Would you say that chat has been a real thorn in your side? Mate, today they've been lovely. Chat has been lovely. All thanks to the lovely Esmeralda, once again, who threw her following into this stream, which is very kind of her. And once again, I'm going to shout her out because you've all been lovely. And I know I don't really get to stream much these days, so I do really appreciate it when I do pop up. For those of you who've joined us today, for those of you who are new, my name's Tom, and I'll give you the spiel. My name's Tom. I quit my job in 2021 to become a painter and a printer, and I've been running Squidzillaink. I try to make content on YouTube. I run like a 3D print store on Etsy, and then I do painting commissions as well. It first started off with just paint commissions, and then I ended up getting into 3D printing to get bits and bobs, and I was like, you know what, I could give this a go. And then I learned that, and then 2 years later, I've now got 6 printers and a very smelly conservatory. Appreciate my dad pun. He's like, never. Are you a very pun-based father? I think I'm gonna have to read a book on puns just so that I've got a load of puns under my belt, ready to go. Because I've heard it's my job as dad to embarrass my daughter as thoroughly as possible. And if that involves puns, then that is what is needed to be done. So you're a dad now, you need to grow your dad joke bone. You know, you're humorous, yes. Ba-dum-ts. Well, yeah, I'll do all sorts of things, mate. Like, I do a lot of whistling, a lot of singing, a lot of humming. I feel like I've just been consistently just singing at my child. Anything and everything that's popped into my head has been sung at her. And it usually involves lyrics with her name in, the cat's names in, to different tunes because I can't remember the words to the actual songs. But apparently she likes that because when I was changing her the other day, she was smiling and everything. It just made everything amazing. Last meeting of the day. If you're live when I'm finished, you'll join you again. Appreciate that, brother. Don't know how much longer I'm going to go for because I could really do with a fucking cup of tea and a banana. But I will be painting again later, so I might jump into Discord. So if you see me in Discord a little bit later, please jump in and say hi. We do little painting hangouts and Discord chat. Everybody's welcome. Next week, I have started doing a Patreon. I've started a Patreon. I was encouraged to do it. Big up to Brush Liquor. you know, I've been thinking about doing it for a while. I did have a Patreon, but I hadn't really done anything with it. And basically, I've updated it. I'm now offering a skills class, once a month skills class. We're doing a monthly miniature. So skills class every month. We're going to do, you know, stuff that you want covered. So, for example, I'm going to start off with like brush care, brush technique, making glazes, and then we're going to do a feedback session. So anything that you want having looked at thoroughly with proper feedback, I'll do my best. And then we'll have a little hangout afterwards. So that's next Tuesday evening at 7. That's going to be the same sort of time every month. That is also on the free trial thing on Patreon, so you can get access to that for free. And I'd love for you all to join me next Tuesday for free, and we'll just chat shit, and I'll show you how to do glazes. You know, I'll show you what I know, and it's essentially everything that I've learned from being a professional painter for the past 6 years. I have been commission painting for 6 years. I used to do it in my spare time, and now I'm trying to do it full time, right? My wife's calling me. Hang on. Goodness me. So wife's taken a load of posts for me to the post box, and they've been right little buggers there. They've been like, oh, your parcel doesn't fit through the large letter thing. I was like, it fucking does. I know it does, because I send him large letter all the time, right? Fun fact, I actually got here via YouTube recommended and then ended up on Twitch. That's cool. I mean, I'm live on both, and I don't mind either way in which you come. If you watch it on YouTube, you watch it on Twitch, whatever. Like, the Twitch community for live streaming is much stronger, and the fact that you can raid each other is amazing. Like, it's such a cool mechanic that they added, and I think they need to do that for YouTube, for sure. Like, because they don't have anything really for streamers on YouTube. But all of my VODs are then on YouTube perpetually, which is a lovely, lovely bonus. Yeah, that's not ideal anyway, is it, with the large letter situation? It's kind of annoying because, like, I'll have to, like, rebook the parcel on. Like, if I was there, I would have argued with them. I'd be like, no, this is fine. The dimensions for large letter is this. It might be that she's managed to get, like, a proper job's worth at the post office, you know what I mean? Who's somebody who is, like, very strict. or the post office has changed their criteria for what goes where, which is also annoying. So, saying welcome though, Squid is awesome, nice chilled out vibe with high quality models. Appreciate that, Scat. Appreciate you all. Thank you everybody who's stuck with me as well this afternoon. We are loving life, sort of. Like, I need to get these thorns finished. I keep getting distracted by stuff. So let's try and get a little push now to get these done. Let's get another little thorn coming out the side here. Hopefully I'm on cam this time, because I kept like that. Gifted Vulcan lifts. They do randomly do that. Thank you very much for the gift, Sob. Yeah, that's like, Vulcan lift is my other account. Like, thank you very much, Scat. That does mean I have to do a shot of Kraken rum though, because I don't know if this is still good to drink because it's been sat there for a while, but thank you very much for the gift, Sub. Oh, I've not drank that in a while. I do a shot for each gifted sub. I'm not doing a full shot, I'm just having a sip. Otherwise, this painting is not going to go very well. Hey, we're not super organised here with like gift subs and things. Like, I only stream once a week, you know. It should liven things up anyway. It should make it more difficult for me to do anything. So I'm just trying to make the thorns just look a little bit better and just thicken things up a little bit, try and fill the space up a little bit more. Painting commission challenge mode, yeah. Like, try not to bomb. That Kraken rum leaves a strong aftertaste. We'll say. But doing these thorns is requiring so much more concentration. Like, I can barely talk at the same time. Hopefully they look a bit better than they did. Oh. Thought I was getting another call through. Right, let's fiddle this one a little bit. Fiddle with my thorns. There we go. I like just adding little extra spiky bits on the end of some of these. Like having the model standing by itself as well, and then I can brace my other hand, is really helping right now. Okay, they look much better already. This one on this side needs some on the closer side seems to need some work. Messaged. Okay, I think this is going to be a tricky one here because that's on a funky angle. I'm sorry, I can't quite get a good angle for you guys to watch this unless I sort of move the camera down and then pan it up a little bit, maybe like that. Yeah, that's a bit better. We'll glue this fin back on later. We'll just have to lean into it. Just got to lean into it. Come on, you bugger. No, the paint dried on the end of the brush. Damn it. That's a problem when you're dealing with like super small flipping size 00 brushes. They've got no paint on them, and then sometimes the paint doesn't leave the brush very nicely. Okay. Happy with that. Happy with that. Just trying to get the thorns to look a little more bulkier and interesting, because they were too sort of thin and not really spiky before. They're just trying to like bulk it out a little bit and make it spikier. Ah, my hand is just shaking like crazy. Come on! Hydrate, motherfucker. Right. I mean, it looks a bit more interesting for sure. I am a lot happier with that. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. We've still got plenty to do. Plenty to do. I forgot quiet chat. I'm just fully in the concentration mode at the minute. Try my best not to bugger this up. Oh, deep fried Johnny. I don't know if you guys can hear that because the sound alerts aren't quite working, but that nearly scared the shit out of me. I can hear it. I can hear it. Why is it saying my connection's unstable? What's going on? I might have like too many tabs open or something. Let's try and close some tabs. If that helped. I think it's Streamlabs itself. Right. Ah, we got this, we got this, we got this. Those of you watching at home, I hope you're enjoying watching me suffer doing these. Oh, that was a tough bit. That was a tough bit. I just zoom out a little bit because I keep knocking the camera and it going out of picture. I hope this isn't too bad, this royalty-free stuff at the minute. Okay, I'm kind of a lot happier with that side. And then as we move into this other side, we just need to get a couple of bits fixed now. Maybe a case of like thickening up some of these vines. It's not been bad, has it? I'm like pleasantly surprised. I hope we're still on. Because knowing Spotify is just going to send us off. Apparently this is a playlist by somebody called Probably Cole on Spotify. Shared a royalty-free playlist of like chilled music. Not too bad, not too bad. You definitely do worse, eh? Alright. Nearly there. Do want to do something with this last few here. So just need to correct a few things on this side. And then we are good as gold. There we go. Basically, we just need to get things to look more spiky. And like actually make more sense as a pattern. Did a lot of brush licking today, aren't we? Might send another little tendril off on this one here. That. All right. Okay, I think it calls for a brush lick sounds so offensive, but there's no other way to put it. Well, my mate Brushlicker is probably lurking in the chat. Fellow streamer Brushlicker. I'm actually just sorry, I didn't shout him out before. Hang on. Brushlicker. Is it double K? I think you said he spoke in chat before. Hang on. Double K, yeah. There we go. Please everybody, if you're in chat right now on Twitch, please go and follow Brushlicker. He is such a legend. He's now streaming 4 days a week. He offers his own Patreon paint along service. He's doing a fantastic job. Great chap. We love him to bits. Yeah, definitely check him out if you will. Click that link or click the little heart so that you are then following him. But he's a lovely chap. Right, I think it's 3:30. I think we are done with today's shenanigans because I'm quite happy with the adjustments we've made. There might be a couple of things we can tweak. For example, I've just spotted one. Just spotted something that needs a tweak. Zia, there's like that is not very sharp. There and here. You know what? We've managed to do the freehand without having to fuck around with the green, and that has been a blessing because painting the green back in because we did airbrush fades would have been a bloody nightmare. All right. So I'm really happy that we didn't have to do that. There's a couple of things that I would like to do from here would be to potentially do a couple of highlights with the green. But I'm going to take a break. I'm going to have a cup of tea. I'm going to go and give my child a cuddle, eat a banana, and just recover for an hour before getting back on it. So I'm going to love you and leave you in the capable hands of another streamer on Twitch. If you want to see more of me, I'm on YouTube. I've got a couple more whatnots videos. I'm trying to be more available on YouTube. Let's see who. Oh, Tenacious Katie is live and she was here before. That's where she ran off to. So we're going to go and raid the wonderful Tenacious Katie. You've all been fantastic. Big shout out to Scatman for the gifted sub. Big shout out to Deep Fried Johnny for the sub. Thank you very much, Starbuck Viper, for the new follow. welcome in Well-Spoken Rambler. Don't forget to drop me a follow, Well-Spoken Rambler, then you can check me out every Wednesday. Follow me and subscribe to me on YouTube for my latest content and all that jazz. Big love to you all. It's been a great stream, honestly, and once again, big love to Esmeralda on Twitch. For those of you watching this back on YouTube, check her out on Twitch. Absolutely amazing, really fun to watch streamer. So let's go give Tenacious Katie some love in the chat as we're going to raid over to her right now.